Ivan Denisovich always got up at the clanging of the rail, but this day he didn't. He'd been feeling rotten since the previous evening, feverish with pains all over his body. He hadn't been able to keep warm all night. Even in his sleep he felt at one moment that he was really ill, at another that he was getting better. He didn't want the morning to come, and so he was dreaming of being ill. Not dangerously ill, of course, but bad enough to lie in bed for 3 weeks or so.
Either one thing or another. 99.2. If it had been 100, there'd be no problem. No. I can't exempt you.
How can you expect somebody who's warm to understand somebody who's cold?
Give us a drag, Cesar Markovich.
Take it. Ivan Denisovich.
Waistcoat, sir. Name and number.
You've no right to make people undress in this cold. You don't know Article 9 of the Criminal Code. You're not true Soviets. You're not true communists.
10 days in the cells. Starting from this evening.
Only when the towers were manned were the prisoners allowed to enter the worksite. Here, from sunrise to sunset, they worked, and then were marched back to camp again after darkness had fallen.
Ivan Denisovich's sentence is almost over.
Now, don't start counting all the time you've got to do. Anyway, you don't know if you'll be here for your full 25 years.
And who knows they'll let me out when my time's up. They didn't let the team leader out. He's serving his second.
Well, all I know is I've done 8 years out of 10. And that's for sure. Gave evidence against myself.
Who didn't?
Right. They said I'd surrendered to the enemy with the intention of betraying my country. I'd come back with instructions from the Germans.
What instructions?
They never said. If I didn't sign, they'd shoot me. If I did sign, well, at least I'd go on living forever. I signed. 42 it was, February.
Take.
Put it there.
Hey, forward. Move along there, next time. Go on, up you come.
Oh, Lord, save me. Don't let them put me in the cells.
Next. Last 3, forward. Bring up the machine work column.
Ivan Denisovich went to sleep content. He'd been fortunate in many ways that day. He hadn't been put in the cells. The team hadn't been sent to the Socialist Center for Cultural Activities. He'd pinched a bowl of porridge at dinner. The team leader had fixed the rates well. He'd been happy building the wall. He hadn't been caught with the hacksaw blade. He'd earned something from Cesar. He'd bought some tobacco. And he hadn't fallen ill. He'd got over it. There were 3,653 days like this in his sentence, from the moment he woke to the moment he slept.